Dr. Prathap Addageethala with Atlas Chiropractic and Wellness, and today we have two really special people who I would love to call my friends, Mr. John Kokken and Pooja Ramachandran. Welcome, guys.
Thank you
so much.
Thanks for
It's a
having
pleasure to be here.
We're super lucky to have you guys, I'll tell you. So they've come all the way from Chennai to be with us today to help us open our third center, Atlas Chiropractic and Wellness, Whitefield. So we're here today at Brigade Metropolis, and thank you guys for coming. It's been great having you so far.
Yes, it's a pleasure, and
Yeah.
congratulations to Team Atlas.
Yeah,
on
we wish
this.
you all the best on this space. We're blown by how beautiful this is because we've been to your Indranagar space and we were expecting something like that, and we came here and we were like, wow!
Nice. Well, I'm super happy to hear that.
Yeah, it's great, and I mean, we
Happy
wish
to
you
see
all
you
the
grow.
best. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So John and Pooja have both been recipients of chiropractic adjustments before, and before we get into that stuff, I'd love to talk a little bit about yourselves. I mean, you guys are both busy actors in the industry. I'd love to hear a little bit more about your upcoming projects and how your fitness is like a real key priority for you guys.
Okay. For me, the kind of roles that I play, since I play mostly the bad guy, I have to be fit physically because most of the films that I do involve a lot of action. So for me, fitness is a part of life.
Right.
So it is a part of what defines me as an actor. And so I don't have any other, I have to stay fit. Like I don't have an option.
Right.
So I'm quite particular that way in terms of following my fitness routine and making sure that I incorporate fitness in everything that I do.
Right.
So the chiropractic adjustment is something that I heard about it from another actor friend, and I was quite curious to know about it because I had some issues with my back because of the amount of action I used to do, and after I came and Dr. Violet did my first session, I understood how it is after the adjustment, and it feels wonderful. Like it just opens up and you really feel good, and then the hip mobility, the back mobility, everything gets better.
Absolutely.
So yeah, so I would say that this is another alternate line of treatment since I've experienced it, and I'm so looking forward to getting more and more sessions.
Sure.
And yeah, so I'm quite glad to have collaborated with you guys.
Amazing. We're really happy about that too.
Yeah.
You're super in tune with your body. Like by the calorie, like how your body can change. So knowing how your spine feels before and after an adjustment, like your take on that would actually mean, like, I wouldn't say more than the average person, but like your insight to that is more clear, is more specific.
True. Also because from the past 10 years, I have been having issues with my back because
Right.
I do a lot of action where I'm actually going and banging my back on the wall, and I'm just falling from 30, 50 feet, I'm just down on the floor. So
Right.
there's a lot of impact on my spine.
Right, of course.
So even some of my upcoming films, like I have a Tamil movie coming where I'm playing a boxer. So in films like that where I take a lot of hits, my back has taken insane amount of hits. So there's a lot of impact on my spine, my back, and as we age, it starts taking a toll.
You can say that again.
Yeah. So so I guess having understood how this thing works and having experienced it firsthand, so I understand how it works.
Right.
That's what makes this thing quite interesting and something that we both really believe and support.
And Pooja, you showed me a clip of you flying through a harness, and
Yeah.
you guys both do your own stunts.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Tell me about your experience.
So, I am a daughter of an army officer. So, ever since my childhood, the one thing that my mother's father was also in the army. So, we largely belong to a huge army background where we come from very disciplined. Like we more than academics, it's about what are you doing in your extracurricular activity? Are you staying active? And my father has always, invited some sort of sport into my daily life every single day. Even today, like we go to his house, we're we go for a holiday. He's going for golf. He's walking. So
you were a state level athlete, right?
Yeah. So the thing is, like, there's always a sport that I have always linked myself to, and that so happened that my fondness for fitness grew like that, and I just always loved this whole thing about spending 1 hour just for yourself and staying fit. Now the thing about a place like this, especially coming to a chiropractor, I've realized is that when he came to you guys because he had a problem. I had no problem.
Right.
But even though, like when Dr. Veer saw me, she said there are many adjustments that need to be made. So we may think as lay people, like for people who would say, what is this? I'm okay.
Yes.
You're not okay. Everybody has something that needs to be worked on. It probably just means that you're sitting in an office like this, you have a very bad posture, or it means that you have long standing hours at work, which is not good for you. It could be anything, but that is your work hazard and you have to do it. You can't not do it. But what I loved, what I learned, especially through John and after coming here, is that there's always something to improve in your health, no matter what your age is.
Yeah.
You can always learn, you can always do something to better yourself.
Absolutely.
And if you don't spend money on your health, God forbid anything happens to you, I mean, nothing else is beyond health. So I feel that spending money is the number one thing. So when he used to come here and I just feel like, why are you spending so much money on health? He's like, today what we invest is what will take us through the next 20 years of our life.
1,000%.
Without, So I think being fit is not just like looking good bodily,
Right.
like it's not.
Right.
It's about how you actually feel inside and how strong you are to be able to get up freely in the
Right.
morning, to go back to have a restful night's sleep.
And also to be resilient against future damage. Like you
Yeah.
mentioned aging, that's something that people just forget about. Like we think that we're completely, we're completely immune to the effects of aging. And it actually gets hard, right?
Yeah.
So these types of things, maintenance, what you're talking about is something we like to call wellness care.
Yeah.
You have no problems, but you
Yeah.
come in for an adjustment just to make sure that everything is working as
Optimal.
optimally as it should.
Exactly.
And in your case, like with trauma and with damage and recurring damage to the spine, there's recovery that's required. And maintaining that, getting into a routine for that,
Yeah.
that's what's going to sustain you into the future. So I'm really glad that you mentioned these things because a lot of people think about the here and now. I have pain in my neck, I have a headache. But they don't think about like, well, where is that coming from and what could that possibly lead to into the future?
Exactly.
So those things that you guys touched on, perfect. Like that's exactly the type, and that's exactly the type of thing that we talk about every single day to all of our patients. And the fact that you guys are, saying that today, it just explains to people that, you know what, it's not just what the doc's telling you. You can realize these things for yourself,
Yeah.
right? So that's really cool.
But I think I would just add this thing that, there's a saying that, you're only as young as your spine is supple. So everything boils down to your spine.
Young as your spine.
Yeah. You're only as young as your spine.
Yeah.
So everything, but just your spine probably just holds your body weight. Everything is related to that. So it's a very basic thing. A lot of people ignore it because, you're working, you're standing, you're running, you're working out. You just forget to take care of your spine.
Absolutely.
So that's one thing that I guess we are addressing at this.
Right.
It's all about the spine. So I guess.
Well, and another important feature of the spine is the important stuff inside the spine, your nervous system.
True.
Which I usually ask my patients, hey, what does your nervous system do? What does your spinal cord do? And they kind of look at me with a kind of puzzled look, and I'm like, one word, everything. It does everything.
Everything.
From
Yeah.
breathing to walking
Yeah.
to digesting your food,
Yeah.
it does everything.
Absolutely.
So it makes sense to maintain it in as good quality as you can. So you guys are going to continue to see the results of that, and I look forward to, and our staff, we're really looking forward to taking care of you guys into the future.
Absolutely, and congratulations once again,
Yeah.
Dr. Pratap.
Yeah.
So
Appreciate that.
Yeah.
we hope you grow and you
Yeah.
open more clinics all over the country.
Well, our next destination, as it turns out, is going to be Chennai. So
Oh, that's awesome.
we'll be seeing more in Chennai.
That's